We're Eckomix, music inspired by real human experiences, the moments people don't always say out loud. There's a moment where something just doesn't feel right anymore, even if you can't explain why.
So, Mixter, here we are talking about a song that not only you wrote, you produced, but you also performed.
I dared to perform, yes.
Life is way too short. But isn't it life is way, way too short? Let's clarify the title first.
Yeah, but it just is easier to flow.
Okay.
Life is way, way, way too short.
And like to talk about the meaning and the inspiration as you wrote and performed the song. What inspired you to write the song, first of all?
Life is way, way, way too short. That's what inspired me.
Is this a principle that you live by?
Yeah, and it's actually much bigger than this. Okay. So sometimes, when people say New Year's resolution, like when I get to New Year's, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna exercise, I'm gonna eat better, whatever, is that someone comes up with an idea, but they put it further out. Part of this was the idea of let's not wait until tomorrow. And so that's part of the concept of change. This is about changing attitude. But the idea is that you can make a change at any time. And this person's attitude is what's changing. About, I don't need to wait for something, whether it's the next day, whether it's an event that needs to happen before something happens, a qualifier before I change my attitude.
You talked about when you were younger. I noticed that you were wearing a t-shirt, which I disagreed.
In the video, yes, yes.
Wouldn't be ideal for the video. It was a police t-shirt, and
Right.
it didn't look like a brand new police t-shirt. It looks like it was one that was well loved, that you've had for quite a few years.
Yeah, actually, that T-shirt I bought it. Well, I guess I was about 18 years old,
Oh my!
and it still fits. So that's a positive.
Just yesterday, right?
A couple days ago, uh, it's the Police. I love the Police. I think Sting is a fantastic musician and songwriter. In fact, I've written several songs inspired by Sting, which I hope someday will get to his ear. But yeah, I think they're a great inspiration, and I wanted to, since it was my first video that I was being featured in, I wanted to start it out with a little shout out to the Police.
You mentioned Sting. If you met Sting today on the street, would you invite him to do a duet with you? And if so, what song?
Would he invite me to do a duet with him? I followed Sting, now this will date me, back from when he didn't have a first, he hadn't even started with the Police, with Eberhard Schoner. I even have a record of his with Andy Summers and him and on this album, and I have that record preserved, like as best as I can, to get his autograph someday. But yes, I would love to have any collaboration with him.
Well, I hope you get to do that one day. He is an amazing artist. So back to this song. I look at these lyrics and it's like a story from start to finish. You know, it starts with, I wanted to write a song to let you know what life has felt like since you chose to go. So were you thinking of a particular moment in your life, or is this something that you recognize that many people go through?
Yeah, okay, so there's a lot of things about this song. This is a pretty complex song because I started writing it for a different reason. And I think I might have mentioned in a different interview that I I sit down with a concept and the concept continually moves, and then sometimes have to realign myself to be true to what I started with. Uh, I wanted to write a song about a breakup, that a person has some sort of an epiphany. But then I thought, wait a minute, again, let's go with the concept of you don't have to wait till tomorrow. Why not have the epiphany within the song? So he starts out by it's supposed to be sad. He's supposed to get the singer's supposed to say, look, I'm in a bad place. And that spirit is supposed to change throughout the song.
Well, let's talk about the dark before the light.
Mhm.
You write, the words began, so you're writing, so the person that you're writing about, he is writing a song about his sadness. And you write, the words began so sad and heavy and stiff, like my whole world tumbled off a cliff.
Right.
That brings great imagery. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Actually, following up the next verse is the same way. It builds up. And I wanted to get this song to show the heaviness. So earlier you asked me if that was something I experienced or if it was, it's a universal feeling. Have I experienced it? Yeah, because I live in that universe. So it's getting across that heaviness that you feel feels eternal. It just doesn't feel like there's going to be an end to it. You feel like you're falling off a cliff.
I wanted to write a song to let you know what life has felt like since you chose to go. The words began so sad and heavy and stiff, like my whole world tumbled off a cliff.
I talk about, the lava not leaving anything in kind, meaning that it just, if you've ever seen lava when it rolls, it burns everything inside. It doesn't go, oh, you're a tree, I'm going to spare you. Just flattens out everything. And that's what this song is about, how everything feels like it's being absolutely demolished in his life.
Well, since you mentioned the lava part, let's jump ahead because that was also very visual for me when I read the lyrics. The notes from my guitar weighed heavy. They sank from my ear to lean on my heart. Thoughts, molten lava, leaving nothing in kind. Future blurred into a vision I couldn't make out.
Right. So throughout this whole time, it's just going from bad to worse. It's like I'm starting with sad, and the more I think about it, the worse it is, and the more I think about it, the harder it's getting. And so he's not seeing any clarity as to what might be going on until it gets to the chorus.
The notes from my guitar weighed heavy. They sank from my ear to lean on my heart. Thoughts molten lava, leaving nothing in kind. Future blurred into a vision I couldn't make out.
So, and that leads us right into, then I recalled a friendly voice. Before I go any further, okay? Who or what is this friendly voice? Where can I find it?
I wish I could remember it, but all I know is that whoever told me this, and I'm sure I've heard it more than one time, that life is short, is an echo in my head. And it's not just about bad things. Sometimes, I want to go on a racetrack, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll do it at a different time. I'm like, oh, yeah, you know what? Life is way too short. So let's not wait until tomorrow. If there's something that I can do today, and so that's where that friendly voice isn't just about a negative process. It's about life is too short.
If I continue, the line after that, reminding me that all things shall pass, good or bad, life itself is timed. I looked inside and realized life is way, way, way too short. So you just mentioned that it's not just for the bad times. It's even for the good things that you may want to do. But in this song in particular, it's what lifted him, the person writing the song, from his dreary, dark, deep pit that he was
Correct.
drowning in.
So if you use that platform all the time in your life, that life is way too short. See, I think part of the problem is that we try to apply a tool for the darker times in only the darker times. And I'll give you an example. When people try to meditate only when they're stressed out, they say it doesn't work. Of course it doesn't work, because you pair it with stress, meditation. Then so the meditation doesn't become stress-free. It becomes part of the stress problem. So the better thing is to normally meditate, and when you're stressed, also meditate, and that'll bring you back to the peaceful point. And I think part of this is the same thing, that if you're looking at, hey, you know what, life is too short, and in all aspects of life, you're treating life that way. Well, when it's good or bad, you treat it both the same way. Because otherwise, if you only treat life as too short when it's bad, it's like, yeah, life is too short, I should get over this relationship. Well, life is too short because it does go by fast. This relationship, life is also too short when I'm in a good relationship, so I should really take advantage of being in a healthy relationship the same way.
Then I recalled a friendly voice reminding me that all things shall pass, good or bad, life itself is time. I looked inside and realized life is way, 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 way too short.
I wanted to stop writing this song, but suddenly the notes felt all so strong. And we'll get to the next line, but I wanted to ask you, so if this person who's writing this sad song, because he's sad, so he recalled the voice, he wanted to stop writing this song, but the notes felt so strong. So do you feel that there are external forces, the notes, holding someone back?
No, it's internal voice. It's internal forces.
Okay.
So he's writing this song. It's like, yeah, I'm going to say something. I'm going to write this song about how bad things are. Wait a minute. Yeah, I remember this friend saying life is way too short. And yeah, I guess life is way too short. And so that's where the epiphany comes in, that he wants to finish the song right there, but he doesn't. In fact, he tries to change it. And if you go to the next verse, you'll see how he goes about changing it.
I wanted to stop writing this song, but suddenly the notes all felt so strong.
That leads into the words. I chose to finish it, though the melody had changed. So here's my new song, inside the one I rearranged. Are you saying there's a song within a song?
That's exactly what it is, except that I wanted to make it, again, in a very metaphoric way, that he's not stopping the song and starting a new song, that the song is going boo hoo hoo, and the next song is going yay, yay, yay. He's taking whatever is already there. So he's not writing a new song, he's rearranging the song within the song, meaning that it is what it is. What do I do with what I have? Rather than, if I had this, I would do this. If things were different, this is how I would act. When I get to this point, that's how I'm going to do it. Saying, okay, here I am. I'm already in the song. I'm already in the state of mind. I already know that life is too short. What can I do with this song? How can I rearrange it? And so in psychology, it's called cognitive restructuring. And that's what he's doing. He's doing the song is being restructured, is being retuned to lift his spirits to the next level.
So does this have anything to do with also changing your perspective? Is it easier to say, I want a whole new life? Or what can I do to make my existing life better?
That's exactly what it is. And you see, if I ended this song and said, okay, so this is the breakup song. Oh, by the way, I like that song. Versus, and I'm going to go to the next song. Well, that would defeat the process. It's that this is the song. So if the song is a metaphor for life that he's struggling with, or the moment in life, the change in it should also be the same metaphor that he's changing within the options that he has.
I chose to finish it, though the melody had changed. So here's my new song inside the one I rearranged.
You end with this. I took a song as You ended with this. I took a sad song and turned it happy. Sounds simple when I say it so. It's easy to claim, but hard to do. It does sound simple, and you recognize that it's easier said than done, and it is hard to do. What are some of the tools that a person would need, perhaps, to live this song words out?
I'm glad you asked that, because I don't want to oversimplify it and say something bad happens, just change your tune. It's the process, it's the acceptance that you have a choice on how to look at things differently.
I took a sad song and turned it happy. Sounds simple when I say it so.
If you wouldn't mind reading the next two lines, and I'll tell you why those are important.
Sure. Better face the hard now and live life true than chase the easy first and have the hard chase you.
And that's the heart of this whole song, that you have a choice. You can do the hard work now of making the change that is hopefully lasting with some maintenance, or don't change. Keep it as is. Don't go through the hardship of challenging yourself to that degree, but then you have to live the life in a harder way. It's like with anything, if you don't make those changes now. So if I wanted to live a healthier life, let's say better eating habits, right? That will help me have a healthier life later on. Or I'm like, cheeseburger and fries and cheesecakes are the best thing. Well, that's going to catch up with me. And somewhere down the line, it's going to be a harder life, and it's going to continue to be a struggle. So it's a matter of choice in life. It's a process. It's not an event. Do I work on this thing now? And that's where so many of the clients I work with, I look up to them like, daggone, this person is really facing some tough times and working through it. Good for them. Versus someone who go, I'm in a bad relationship, it'll just be that. But that's the rest of their lives. They stay in that bad relationship. They stay in that bad state of mind, and they go through the entire life that way because it's just easier not to deal with it now. Well, but life is going to be harder down the line.
It's easy to claim, but hard to do. Better face the hard now and live life true than chase the easy first and have the hard chase you.
I love that you show it and you explain it as a process, because I think it's so easy for people to say, look on the bright side. But the actual process of looking on the bright side and taking the steps to make your world a little brighter, it's really hard work.
It really is hard work. And it says it in the song. It is hard work, and all my songs are supposed to be uplifting spiritually, to help you feel motivated. But that's what I do in therapy. I help people with their strength-based focus, in that I identify ways that you can apply the strengths you already have. Even if it's dusty and dormant, we'll find them, we'll brush them up, and we get them going. Rather than saying, it is what it is. It is what it is a pretty sad place for someone to be. Because it's the helplessness that you've given up, that this is what life has dished out for me, and I'll just take it.
Thank you for answering my questions. Is there anything else that you would like the audience to know about this song?
Is that the fact that life is way, way, way too short?
Yes, with 3 ways. We have to illustrate that.
Yeah, I hope that a takeaway, at least a single takeaway from this, would be that you don't have to wait for that next thing to motivate you to change. That change can happen at the moment you decide. And change is not an external thing, it has to start from within. And the way that works is for you to look at your options, at the options that you can, rather than the options that aren't available to you.
Well, thank you. Once again, I enjoy our conversations so much. I look forward to the next one.
Me too. Thank you.
Life is way, way, way too short. So I let go and began to change my tune. The beats lifted and the words began to lift.